everything was fine. But then the minute we landed, it was like smoke started filling the cabin and people started kind of screaming and pushing and jumping up and yelling. And there were people saying, don't push, don't push.
A plane landing took a frantic and scary turn. Today, we're hearing about the experience of passengers evacuated from a plane on fire at a gate at DIA. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kim Christensen.
And I'm Jeremy Hohola this afternoon for Tom Green. The incident happened on Thursday evening. It was an American Airlines flight that left from Colorado Springs and then diverted to DIA because of engine problems. And then once the plane landed, that's when it caught on fire. Our Jaleesa Irizarry caught up with a few people who were on board that flight. She joins us now at DIA with what those passengers have to say. Jaleesa.
Yeah, Kim and Jeremy, we spoke to 3 passengers on that plane, and while some weren't too panicked by the situation, others were still stunned by what they just went through. Smoke billows off a plane.
Oh, what happened?
With people on top of it.
It's on fire.
A sight many did not expect to see.
Yeah, very, very surreal.
And Ingrid Hibbets and her family didn't expect to experience.
It was loud, chaotic, people very anxious and freaking out and screaming, get the heck out of here, you know, and we really couldn't move very quickly.
Ingrid and her family were scattered on Flight 1006, leaving from Colorado Springs, headed to Dallas. Shortly after takeoff, crews announced they were being diverted to Denver due to engine troubles. It wasn't until they landed that those problems took off.
There's flames, and the windows began to bubble and melt, and I honestly thought, I hope this plane doesn't explode right here.
More and more people just kept exiting the left side onto the wing.
John Johnson was there as well.
Like, how do we get down?
He says people were panicked as they piled off the plane.
Other people were jumping down probably about 5 feet onto a basket truck.
According to DIA officials, air slides were eventually deployed. 12 people were taken to the hospital with minor injuries. It's unclear what those injuries are.
Yeah, I saw a little girl on a stretcher with an ice pack on her knee, and there was one woman that had a full-fledged panic attack. I felt so bad for her.
While Ingrid, her daughter Gabrielle, and the rest of the family are physically okay, emotionally, it's a different story as they reflect on the chaos caught on camera.
We're just very grateful to be alive to tell what happened.
Ingrid and her family were on their way to Argentina for a vacation when this all happened. She says they're a little leery about the next 2 flights they have with American Airlines. The NTSB and FAA are, of course, investigating. Reporting live at DIA, Jaleesa Irizarry, 9 News.
Jaleesa, just hearing those stories and then knowing they're getting on more planes on long flights, you understand why they're concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. And they said they hope this incident, encourages more American Airlines crews to take those extra steps, right? Maybe triple check and make sure everything is okay before they set off.
All right. Thank you, Jaleesa. Scary stuff. We're going to talk more about that investigation in a minute. Right now, we're less than 8 hours away from a government shutdown. Tonight, the Senate is expected to vote on the GOP funding bill. Just about an hour ago, they held a procedural vote, advancing the bill toward final passage. A full vote is expected later this evening, hours before the deadline. If a deal is not reached, the government will face a shutdown at midnight tonight.
And right now, those looking to head west for the weekend can expect a slick drive. This is a live look west of Vail Pass. We've seen on and off closures because of safety concerns out there. The drive has been like this all day long. This is what it looked like this morning. It was whiteout conditions with snow-packed roads. And this is what it looked like around 9 o'clock this morning on Vail Pass. Our Matt Renew even caught some skiers heading into the backcountry early this morning.
Now, when we hear the word bomb cyclone, many of us think of these previous experiences, much worse than what we saw today. Consider this: 6 years ago, a bomb cyclone hit March 13th, 2019. There was only 5 to 10 inches of snow with that storm, but it was all about the wind. The wind created huge snow drifts, more than 10 feet high. And then just 2 years later, this week of March 2021, Denver had its 4th largest snowstorm on record. More than 27 inches of snow fell from March 13th through March 14th. The Front Range was facing blizzard conditions, strong winds, 2 to 3 inches of snow per hour. DIA was shut down for a day. Corey, there is something about this week, these days.
Man, it's Pie Day.
I know you've been eating pie at the end of the 3 o'clock news, but come on, pie, it's something.
So that 2021 storm, well, it wasn't actually a bomb cyclone, but we called it Pie Day Part 1 because Pie Day is March 14th. Yeah. And then last year we had Pie Day 2.0, where we had 40 to 50 inches of snow in the foothills. Something about March 14, it's the climatology of it. And here we have what's likely going to be another bomb cyclone. Depends on how they measure this thing, but you can see it swirling around out there. This is western Kansas where it's located. The winds are just whipping around the top side of that. And on the other side of that, we have tornado watches out for parts of Missouri right now. So big, powerful storm. The winds have been relentless. They're still going here. We had a 44 mile per hour gust in Lakewood just a minute ago. So 20 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts still here. Northeast plains still getting the 50 to 60 mile per hour gusts. And then down along I-70, we're still seeing some 30 to 60 mile per hour gusts. We had some in the 70 to 80 mile per hour region. Forgot to take this camera out of there. All these, oh, hey, it's back. We've got, this is Copper Mountain right here. Looks like they're, this might have been frozen from a few minutes ago before they closed the ski lifts out there. But it's been snowing and the wind in the high country. So it's going to continue to snow maybe another 1 to 2 inches, but the wind in the high country won't stop until very late tonight. As far as we are concerned down here in the metro area, those gusty winds have certainly been impactful, but not the precipitation or the temperatures really. We're in the 50s right now here, 52 at the 9 News studios in South Downtown Mile High City. I'll have more about what's left in the tank for that storm and then what the next storm coming in on Tuesday looks like coming up in the forecast.
We have an update in El Paso County this afternoon. The Meridian fire that we brought you as breaking news yesterday at this time is 80% contained. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office says crews worked today on active hot spots, and they're telling people nearby they may still see some smoke in the area. Highway 94 is still closed. At last check, the fire was still around 2,500 acres in size. The cause is determined to be accidental. A northern Colorado gym closed suddenly, and now people say they've been having issues canceling their memberships.
Yeah, zone athletic clubs in Fort Collins shut down more than 2 weeks ago. 9 News' Northern Colorado reporter Amanda Gilbert reached out to them and the people impacted about this closure.
This is the gym Fort Collins man John Flanagan's been going to since 2018.
I'd been there going strong.
But February 26th, he saw this message on Instagram saying Zone was closing by the end of the day.
So it was definitely a shock. I think when I first read it, I was really surprised.
Now there's an empty parking lot, and there's a message on the front doors from the Colorado Department of Revenue saying the property was seized for non-payment of taxes.
We're kind of stuck in limbo.
John says when he tried to cancel his membership, another headache started. He shared this email from Peak Payments saying Zone Athletic Club's memberships have been transferred to a different gym.
It was a really odd thing, and especially nowadays when security and people are a little hesitant. I don't like their credit card information or any of their information being shared.
John says Zone also charged him twice the week they closed.
One was for the monthly, that would have been for that February to March. And then also the annual fee, which is a fee that you pay, just kind of maintenance fee.
He says he's tried calling and emailing about canceling.
You've been muted basically, and nobody wants to listen, nobody cares. I understand the situation. I think the way that it was handled was extremely unprofessional.
In an email exchange, he was told his membership would expire April 23rd. That later changed to March 23rd, but John says we'll see. I did reach out to Crunch Fitness, the gym the memberships were transferred to. They said they'd share a statement with me. Haven't gotten that just yet, but we'll add it online once we do get it. In Fort Collins, Amanda Gilbert, 9 News.
We did hear back from the member manager for Zone Athletic Clubs. He said Colorado allows membership transfers as long as the new gym is within 5 miles, which is one reason they chose the nearby Crunch Fitness.
The Nuggets are back at Ball Arena tonight, a live look inside the arena. The Lakers are in town. That's always a big deal, but the team is without LeBron, and there are reports that Luka is not going to play tonight as well. So we'll see. Hopefully they will play and things will play in the Nuggets' favor because we're out with LeBron, no Luka, but you know the Nuggets are good no matter what. They would have probably liked to take them on. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock.
And the Avs are also playing tonight. You can watch at home. Coverage on KTVD starts at 6:30 right after Next with Kyle Clark. Game time is at 7 o'clock. We'll also have the highlights for you tonight at 9 and 10.
Let's take a live look at the Kennedy Space Center. SpaceX and NASA are hoping tonight is the night for Crew 10 to launch. We have an update at 4:30.